Hola a todos, bienvenidos a nuestra segunda sesión de Básico 2. Quien les habla, su docente Camilo Merchán, nuevamente acompañándolos en este curso. Hoy vamos a entrar a trabajar el tema de countables and uncountables, quantities and containers. The first thing that you have to see here is how much food is there. So if we analyze the picture, you are going to find that we have essentially some food, right? Let's do the first exercise and let's try to identify which food do you have in this picture. Exactly, we have some meat, tomatoes, pasta, and mushrooms. So that is exactly what we are going to be talking about. What is the objective today? Today we are going to learn or we are going to identify countable and uncountable nouns, quantities and containers. En otras palabras, vamos a aprender a identificar contables e incontables sustantivos, cantidades y eh, containers. Food quantities. How many cupcakes are there? The answer is simple. There are 3 cupcakes. How much water is there? There are 4 bottles of water. And cookies? How many cookies are there? There are 2 cookies or there is a package of cookies. How much tuna is there? There is some tuna or there is a can of tuna. How many tomatoes are there? There are many tomatoes or there is a box of tomatoes. How much basil is there? There is some basil or there is a bottle of basil. So, if you want to ask an answer about the quantity of a countable noun, we have two different or two kind of questions. How many peppers are there? How many apples are there? Here we have to take into account that this is a plural question. Peppers are plural. Apples are plural. That's the reason why we are using are. So what is the answer? How many peppers are there? There are 3 peppers. How about apples? Is the picture plural or singular? You are right. The picture is singular. So would you say there is 1 apple, or the other option is there is an apple? So as you see, we have countable nouns and uncountable nouns. But today, let's start talking about countable nouns. Countable nouns are all of them that you can, as the name said, count. So you can say 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples, 4 apples. It means that they are countable. You can put this singular in plural. As you know, you can say apple in singular, or you can say apples in plural. You can say tomato in singular, or you can say tomatoes in plural. When you are talking about singular nouns, it's necessary to use the indefinite article, a or an. An apple or a banana. Just remember, when you have a vowel like apple, you use an. When you have a letter like banana, you have B, so you are going to use a banana. And when you are going to ask for quantities, you are going to use how many. How many when you are asking for countable nouns. Now, let's move on uncountable nouns. How much chocolate is there? How much water is there? Just look at the pictures and you are going to identify two similarities. The first one is that you have much. You use much because this is uncountable. And you use is because it is uncountable. These are two similarities in both of them. How much chocolate is there? Let's see the picture. There is a bar of chocolate. How about the water? Do you have the answer? How much water is there? There are 3 bottles of water. Exactly. Uncountable nouns, as the name says, it's or they are these kind of nouns that you cannot count. You are not going to use numbers to count. Um, Usually, they are in singular. It means you never pluralize these words. For example, you never pluralize bread, yes, lettuce, or meat. How about water? You never use waters, or you never say a waters. So when you are talking about uncountable, you are not going to use a or an because a is singular, an is singular. And the common question is how much? However, pay attention to these cases. There are some uncountable nouns that can be plural. Fruits, grapes, lentils, beans, chocolates, groceries, jeans, etc. So these are some of the examples of uncountable nouns that can be in plural. So something that we need to take into account here is that we need to understand that English and Spanish are different in this aspect. Some food that is countable in Spanish is not countable in English. En otras palabras, inglés y español funcionan de alguna manera diferente. Aunque consideremos que en español hay palabras que se pueden contar, en inglés posiblemente no es lo mismo y van a pertenecer al grupo de los incontables. Tenemos ejemplos como bread, que es pan, juice, jugo, coffee, café, and soup, sopa. Aquí van a darse cuenta ustedes que estas palabras normalmente en español son contables, pero en inglés hacen parte de los incontables, or uncountable nouns. So remember, we use there is or there are, yes, for answers. Just be careful. There is for singular. There are for plural. For example, how many carrots are there? Countable, plural, you use carrots and you use are. How much coffee is there? Coffee is a liquid, so it's uncountable, and you use is. Now, take into account this. Use different containers and quantifiers to specify the quantity of a noun. These are countable. Yes. Aunque existen sustantivos que son incontables, los elementos que las contienen sí son contables. Ejemplos: a can, a bottle, a jar, a bar, a cartoon, a box, a package. Todos estos son envases que pueden contener elementos incontables. Sin embargo, estos sí pueden ser contables. Decíamos el ejemplo, a can, una lata. Una lata de atún es contable, aunque el atún hace parte de los incontables. También los podemos medir. quantities. A pound, a kilo, half a pound, a liter, a spoon, and a bunch. Estas son unidades de medida que nos sirven para contar. Estas son contables, mas no el sustantivo en sí. Aquí tenemos ejemplos. Measures, medidas. A pound, a kilo, half a pound, half a kilo, a liter, a bunch, a spoon. Containers, a can, a bottle, a bar, a cartón, a box, a jar, and a package. Todos estos son contables, a pesar de que lo que contienen sea incontable. Tenemos un ejemplo. A spoon of sugar. Una cucharada de azúcar es contable, aunque el azúcar es incontable. Aquí tenemos más ejemplos. Samples of countable and uncountable nouns. And let's analyze this in context. Look at these sentences. They all have some mistakes. You just need to analyze the sentences and find the mistakes. Espero que hayan tenido éxito encontrando los errores de estos ejemplos. Vamos a tener 10 segundos más para analizarlos. That's perfect. Let's see the answers. Exactly. A packet of cookies. That is not correct because a is singular. Packets is plural. It doesn't make sense. 5 bar of chocolate. 5 is plural, but bar is singular. It doesn't make sense. 5 bars of chocolate is correct. 2 bottle of water. 2 bottles of water is the correct answer. I hope you see all the mistakes and they help you to practice and to prepare for your activities. So, thank you for coming. Thank you for your participation. I hope you have time to practice. And don't forget, keep sending all the activities you have to do. Thank you for your time and see you then in the next opportunity. Bye.